The following program deals with a controversial
subject.
The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
the top talents in the comic book business are here to tell everything they know.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome to another Industry of Comics, episode 94, here on Tuesdays on Beyond Wednesdays. Kind of weird to say on Tuesdays on Beyond Wednesdays. But more importantly, happy holidays and Merry Christmas, happy Hanukkah, happy Kwanzaa, happy Festivus for the rest of us, whatever you celebrate.
And now the airing of the grievances. I only do it one time a year.
Yeah. So that's what this show is tonight, basically, you guys. Who's on the naughty list? Who's on the nice list? Who gets presents? Who gets coal? And all those goodies. We've got a lot to talk about. The blind bag drama continues. The comic book industry continues to be absolutely disconnected from what buyers and collectors really want. And yeah, the gatekeeping is real in this industry.
Are we going to do a end of the year show next Tuesday, Brian?
Maybe, I guess. I mean,
well, I don't even know what day it is today. Is it 23rd?
23rd, yeah.
It is the 23rd.
So that'd be the 30th. It's up to you.
Yeah.
I just need to know whether I save my my ideas for the end of the year review for this show or if I save them for next week.
We'll see how the show goes. You know what I mean? Like,
okay.
If it pops up tonight, I say we do it. You know, I think maybe tonight we do our end of the year show. I mean,
okay.
You know what I mean? I think that the naughty and the nice list kind of coincides with.
It does, and
right?
I mean, it's all all of these ideas were just flowing through my mind as I was thinking about how we were going to do tonight's show, and you know, there's just, I'm sorry, there's a handful of years that encapsulate a total shift of the industry, and if this year wasn't the year to capture, I mean, I don't think the 90s implosion or even the 60s explosion, you know, with Stan Lee and right. Jack Kirby and DC, you know, going up with the Silver Age. I don't even know if that was as turbulent as this last year.
Yeah, I agree. This last year, even though comics have been, here's the weird thing about it. Comics have been amazingly exciting the last 2 years. But again, it's the industry, in my opinion, fumbling the ball. They have all these amazing things happening with comics, Absolute, Energon, Mark Spears Monsters, Ghost Machine, you know, all these great things that are happening in the world of comics. But in the comics, but the industry is fumbling it. We have the blind bag disasters by the printers and the industry distributors. Excuse me. We have the Diamond bankruptcy disaster. We have the grading scandals. We have, I mean, it just goes on and on and on about all the issues that have happened this year. And I think this is a great show to kind of talk about what we have seen throughout the year.
I will take all of Jesse's Pokemon sales.
Me too.
I have no Pokemon. Grandma, stop asking for Pokemon cards.
Why didn't you call me?
We are down to selling empty boxes that just say Pokemon on it. I could print stuff that says Pokemon fake and people would still buy like 30 of them. Oh, and it's Grandma that's driving me nuts. Well, you mean you don't have anything left? Well, what's that over there? Well, those are kind of just 10 seconds. I'll take them all. But I want to tell you something funny before you guys continue. So I put out these amazing Star Wars cards in the Star Wars section. I thought, I'll put cards there, and they've been there for 3 weeks. And I put 10. I said, I'm going to sell them for 10 cents each, just stocking stuffers, right? Haven't sold one. And a lady comes up to the counter and she's like, you know what? I love everything in your store, but those Star Wars cards are way overpriced. I'm like, 10 cents is overpriced. I didn't realize I put $10. I'm like, whoa. They're only 10 cents, ma'am. She's like, I'll take them all. Anyway, But here's the thing with me. I'm sorry I'm late. I had to finally get my last customer out. I'm between, and Dennis knows this. I'm between Five Below, Pop Shelf, TJ Maxx, and a Ross, and it is just nutty. And we're getting the overflow, and so it's been freaking awesome, but tiring. I finally ate my Subway sandwich from yesterday. Which I found on the table that wasn't even in the refrigerator. I'm like, screw it. I don't care if I get sick, type deal. So, anyways, on to the show.
There is so much that we can talk about, this episode, and I don't even know where to start it off with. But I think that the blind bag thing is probably where we should start. And I know people are tired of hearing about blind bag talk in the comic book world. I know a lot of people are tired of hearing about it here at Beyond Wednesdays, but listen, I'm sorry, this is where the industry is going. If you don't think blind bags are a big part of this industry, and they're going to be a big part of this industry going forward, you're sorely mistaken. Even when the books are damaged in these blind bags, people want them, which is crazy to me. And speaking of damages, have you guys heard about the craziness with the
Ultimate.
Marvel Ultimate Endgame bags?
You had
Holy cow.
one job to do.
Yeah. And so let's go take a look at our boy Big Clutch. He dropped a really good post, 2 posts on his YouTube channel to the past couple of days. Make sure you guys go check out Big Clutch on YouTube. It's youtube.com/@BigClutch. And here is one where he shows. This is he shows what the packaging looks like in these boxes that they sent out for Ultimate Endgame. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at this.
I don't know. I wanted to make sure I took a video of the entire box unboxing from top to bottom so we take a look. And so I might move my microphone here for a second. I think everything is going good. Yes, we look good. So this is how it looks. This is my invoice.
As you can see, it looks like it's double boxed, which is very good. If you're a comic company and you're not sending it out in double boxes.
Red explosion?
Fragile.
I don't get that on mine.
Weird.
Yeah, okay. He gets them a different way than us.
What do you mean he gets them a different way? He doesn't get them a different way.
Yes, he does.
No, he doesn't.
He gets them a different way. He's got a sunny sun on his.
Oh.
So he gets them a different way.
I've never gotten that sticker.
Yeah, I've never seen that sticker before.
I think it's just
I'm going to go check my boxes right now. I'll be right back.
It would say fragile on it. I have 4 different kinds of fragile stickers.
So,
I've never seen that sticker in my life.
What does it matter? Does it matter?
No, well, it might. For me, I thought it was maybe something that they told retailers, hey, this means don't open it till street date or something. I don't know, but I've never seen that sticker before, and I thought I would ask one of the other expert experiencers here if he's ever seen it, and Emmett's never seen it, and Jesse's never seen it. So I'm curious as to
Has
why.
anybody seen that sticker? That's a blowout sale sticker. Why is it there? Must be a reason. What? A blowout sale
that's weird.
Sticker?
Maybe Clutch just had a sticker and he stuck it on the box.
Yeah, maybe he's just doing content to make us talk about that sticker on the box. maybe that's the Empire sticker or the secret handshake sticker.
So I usually get about 4 different, like Jesse was just showing, the little packages.
Yeah, is this crazy?
It's crazy. They do. It costs them more in shipping than half the time the order I have.
Right.
For Marvel.
All right, here we go.
I didn't get a lot of these. I think I ordered 100. So we have an inner box here, which is 50, I think 57 units. So this should be 57 of the blind bags in this box here. So I'm gonna take this out. Move the big box. Oh my God. Moving boxes. So let's see what we got here. We're gonna crack this.
That
bad
was
boy
just
open. So this
pause
is
for a second, Brian.
This should be the.
That was a Penguin Random House box.
Yes.
That was a UPS tag on the Penguin Random House box, but I'm very interested in finding out what that red sticker is down the road.
57 copies of the blind bag. So Penguin, I do like how Penguin ships. It's boxes within boxes within boxes. All right, so we're gonna take a look. So right now, this is, I haven't touched it. All right, I'm a little nervous on how these things are. They look like they might be, what's the,
overlapped.
like tessellated, I guess is the question, when they're alternated. Yeah, I don't like how, I don't like how they're boxed. I'm gonna say that out the gate. I do not like how
holy
this
cow.
looks right now. This
They don't even fit the box.
They don't fit the box.
Yeah. Okay. Red flag number one, guys. When you open up the boxes, this feels like they didn't make us. Yeah, these are sandwiched. It's kind of weird, right? So they're like it's like a deck of cards. So you're gonna see. I don't know. I don't. I don't like this. I don't want to touch this, but I'm gonna do it. So yeah, look. Oh my God! Wait, hold on. What do we
sideways.
see
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That is not.
no!
That's guaranteed not going to be good.
That's telegraphed all the way
just,
through the top.
I just feel like these are going to
Yeah.
be. I mean, look at the bend. I'm going to set this batch to the right. I'm sorry. I'm trying to make room here. So this batch is going to go to the right of the screen. So that we'll check that one out. But like,
Okay, so you see how they sent them. Now let's go
Yeah.
and look at the follow-up.
perhaps the shittiest version or shittiest copy of Invincible #1 known to man.
Wait, hold on. Sorry, this is the wrong one. I apologize. I clicked the wrong video. There we go.
Hey guys, what's up? It's Big Clutch. We're back. We are going to do a follow-up to our video from yesterday about the Marvel Ultimate Endgame blind bags. These things, which you guys saw how they were
crazy.
packaged and shipped to me in our boxes. I've heard from multiple other retailers who have received them in mixed boxes as well as sealed cases that they're seeing the same damages. I want to share with you guys what we're seeing and what we've seen, and just little sleeve here. And as you can see in the glare along the spine are all these spine ticks, right? So
Major
just
spine
boom,
ticks.
boom, boom, boom. I can't. It's hard to see on
Like
the back. 'cause
major
the
spine
coloring's
ticks.
off, but like
Yeah, it
you've
looks
got
like a
hit,
rip.
right?
They're up the
Yeah.
top.
Every single
And
book.
it's not just on this one, right? I've seen it basically every single book that I've opened. This one, which is a bummer because I love this Momoko. This is the version that's exclusive to bags, but like, look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And, you know, the
Five
thing
spine
is
hits.
the bad packing. The bad
Every
packing does not make that
freaking
damage.
copy.
That was bad between the
Look at-
printing
look.
and the bagging.
It grabs the staples. That paper grabs
Yeah.
the staples and pulls staples out. I mean, this is terrible. Absolutely terrible.
Glare, you can feel it here. This one's harder to see because of the white background, but there's a hit here, here.
Now, are these
Here,
out for Wednesday?
here.
Yeah.
It's tough. And again, like this,
Well, I got the non-blind bag version, and I didn't get any books at all from it.
Look at that.
This only come in the blind bag.
Look at
Oh.
that.
Yeah.
Oh,
So these things are
That means that wrap was attempting to be stapled to it. There's no way you could get inside the staple on that, Brian.
so who do we hold accountable for this? Is this Marvel that we hold accountable?
Well, it's the printer.
Well,
printer?
it's technically everybody
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
involved in this. You go from, because what's supposed to happen is when the printer sends this, in this case, Penguin is supposed to take about 20 to 30 copies.
Look at
open up
that.
the blind bags and check them. So they didn't check them.
Look
I
how
guarantee they
damaged
didn't
these
check-
are. These
Yeah.
are destroyed, you guys.
yeah.
I mean, just destroyed. These are so
I'm telling
bad.
you, Brian, all that damage, that was pre-bagging. The bagging cannot cause that damage. That was off the press, putting that stupid wrap on it or whatever, wherever that was in the process. that little cover. And see the way they're okay. Pause it. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They did something to this, Brian, because that little notch that you see at the two spine or at the
That's
two
staples.
staples.
Yep.
That was an intentional notch. To pause it when we get to that little notch after he peels that off.
He thinks he gets a sketch cover right here, and it's just a blank.
Oh,
Yeah.
fucking
Oh, look,
blank.
that one doesn't have the notch. Look,
You
this
got
one
it.
doesn't have the notch.
Yeah. And what are they
And-
doing
and-
putting in blank sketch covers when they should be drawing on them, right? I don't get that.
Yeah.
So, here's
Yeah.
the thing.
So-
This is
Marvel doesn't have enough money to pay Mark to go
Oh, it
tell him
does
how
have
it's
the
done.
holes.
Oh, there's the notches.
unbelievable.
But I don't even-
cover.
I don't know what that notch is for. That notch serves zero purpose other than I think that piece of paper was part of the printing process and that they left the notches so that the staple could go through and bind the book. And then as it folds it, the notch, so that way, and the staple was off center, one of those ones that snagged,
Yeah.
and they caught the book.
Part of that cover. Yeah.
They caught part of that cover. So this is an entire production error at the beginning. I don't see any damage to the bags. The bags look like they're in good shape. So that's why I think a lot of this damage happened after the bags, which would be the Penguin packing process, which clearly was fucked from, his unboxing.
well,
But I don't even see that kind of damage being at 4 or 5 different spots along that spine. So I think there's damage at multiple different stages and mishandling at multiple different stages. It's a totality of clusterfuck, personally.
Yeah, it's Marvel's job to get in front of this. And I'm not paying attention. I haven't been paying attention to this, so I don't know if they come out with a statement or not. If they haven't come out with a statement, they don't care.
Right.
They should have come out with a statement the second they started getting phone calls from dealers saying, hey, I just opened up my books and I did some test runs on it. The books are damaged. Marvel should have came out and done a statement with Penguin or whoever. The problem is not only do customers gamble with blind bags, the retailers gamble with blind bags. And that's the challenge we're then face. If Absolute Batman is selling all these issues and not doing blind bags, they're just selling stuff.
Yep.
Right? So go ahead.
the problem with me on blind bags and condition is it's a double whammy, because if you go to a comic store and you see comics that are damaged, you cannot buy that issue. But when you buy blind bags, you can't see the damage on the books.
Right.
So it's gonna cause even more problems and piss people off even more when they buy a blind bag and they get it home and then they're that damaged. And I was talking to the guys before the show. I got my Mark Spears blind bag sent in. Now I don't know what the reason for this is, but check out how mine came. I mean, look at this. No double boxing.
Well, much like I've said before, you trusted Keen Spot. You fucked up.
Yeah.
They've sent
Yeah,
the last
King
time they
Spot should
sent
not be-
the first case they sent me was double boxed. Why wouldn't they do it on these? And the cases that they sent me for the Halloween one, why didn't they double box those?
That was probably drop shipped versus this being sent from Keen Spot itself.
Yeah, actually, Brian, can you look at the return address on that box? Did it come from California or did it come from Canada?
It came from Keen Spot.
So, yeah. So
Yeah.
that's on them, Jesse. That's not a drop ship.
Yep.
So,
well, a drop ship would be from the warehouse or the printer
maybe.
itself. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
the
if this
printer.
came from Keen Spot, that means Keen Spot got them and then reshipped them to Brian.
So we need to make a statement here for everybody that's watching that's in the industry. If you're going to play this blind bag game, you have to be very considerate on condition. because of what I was saying. You can't see condition in the blind bags. So it's going to hurt, not only hurt the retailer that sells those blind bags and they get all damaged, it's going to hurt the buyer to say, just like people in chat are saying, I'm out on blind bags. Good. Fuck blind bags. I'm done with blind bags. We should all be done on this. Like, that's the type of situation that's going to happen now if the industry doesn't fix the condition issues on blind bags.
Well, Marvel can't fix this because even if they did a 10% overrun,
you can't.
Well, no, they can fix it with the next version. The next time that they do a blind bag.
The next time.
What are you? You're crazy. You're nuts.
No.
This is going
Clutch ordered. Let me put it this way. Okay, I watched Clutch open more than 100 blind bags of the last Mark Spears.
monsters. Yeah.
Monsters. He ordered 100 of this one. He barely trusted this. Do you think he's going to order 200 of the next one in hopes that they fix it? Or do you think he's going to order 50?
I think that retailers, for the most part, are dumb. And that they're not.
Yeah, but we're not talking. Hold on. We're not talking dumb retailers. We're talking Big Clutch. Big Clutch is a very big mover in this industry. Do you think Big Clutch is going to order more or less of the next Marvel blind bag, no matter what they say?
I don't know. I don't want to put words in his mouth.
Yeah, and I think
I personally think he'll probably order less because this fucked him hard.
Yeah,
right.
Unless they come out with a statement saying how they fixed
go.
it. Here's all the problems.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
But let me ask you. Hold on. I was trying to ask a question before Emmett said something. Brian, last week after we did our show, how many Mark Spears blind bags did you watch get opened?
Quite a few.
Fuck ton. Holy shit.
Yeah.
100? 200?
More.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the point. How
What's
many
the point?
were even
those were
close
fucked up
to
on
as-
the beginning.
They-
So people
The
ordered
first
more
set
of those.
ones, not the,
No.
the winter ones.
The first set were nowhere near as fucked up as these.
Yeah, but they were fucked up and people complained about them and still ordered more.
They were slightly less than perfect. And then you watched hundreds get opened last week of the Krampus bags. And how many
you
did
don't
see
remember
get
the outcrying of how many people were complaining about the coalition and the duplicates, and they still bought more. So that's what I mean by I don't think I think that it will continue. But
I think you're missing the point, Brian. The entire point I'm saying is Mark Spears saw that there were problems and he got in front of it to assure people that this wouldn't happen again. And he sold more of the second one that he sold of the first one. And you watched hundreds of them get open and none of those problems were present last week.
Actually, you're not correct on that. Mark and them were told when they tried to get in front of it that there's nothing that the printer could do. And it wasn't until the printer made changes on their own and sent them out that Mark saw the differences. So like, it's not like Mark, the industry got in front of it. The printer told them, hey, this is this is the way it is, like it or not. And yeah, they fixed it, which is good on Transcon. But again, I just think that the industry doesn't hold people accountable like they should. And because of that, the product is lacking.
Right. So Emmett, the last 10 blind bags that have come out, how many of those have you ordered?
I tried to order 20 of the Ultimate End because at the last minute, subscribers came out of the woodwork and were like, "Oh, add me in for that." I'm like, "The FOC's over. I'll do my best." Which if it's coming out tomorrow, I didn't get any. I didn't even get any A covers. So if they had a non-blind bag, which they should have,
right?
Some retailers, and it's not always that retailers are dumb. I have a buddy who's a very big online seller.
I don't mean that retailers are dumb. That's just a saying.
Yeah, I think you meant to say something.
What I'm saying is that every single one of my blind bags that I've sold so far, I've sold at cover price.
Right.
Exactly. I don't get $20 a piece. That's why I'm not buying 1,000 of them. It's the
Right.
guys who are getting 20 and more for a bag who were buying 1,000 or more.
Yep.
Because
Right.
I couldn't move them at that price through a store. You need that online
And
presence.
I wouldn't
You need
want
that
to.
platform.
Right.
Oh,
Well, here's the
money'd
deal.
be nice.
Right. So here's the deal. I haven't ordered a blind bag on anything. You know how many customers bitched at me?
What are you
0.
talking about? You ordered
Why?
Halloween blind bags?
Well, Halloween. That's what I mean. I haven't ordered
But
since
he
that
means
Halloween blind bag.
he
Yeah,
means
so
Marvel.
I haven't ordered any. No one has complained. We have to do our business accordingly. So if you're ordering blind bags and you're betting on blind bags to help your business, then you're making a bet on a blind bag, right? And that's just the way it works in this industry now. Most of these people that are buying blind bags that buy a ton are selling them online. Why? Because they can get more. It's
Yeah.
hard for a retailer the first day to say, "Oh, this is $4.99, but today it's $20 for a blind bag." That's very hard to do. A live seller, they can
don't-
charge whatever they want.
Yeah, I don't think in-store retailers charge more than the
Well,
MSRP
you
for the
can't.
most
Some
part.
of
A
them,
customer doesn't
some
walk
of them
in.
do.
Some
Yeah,
of them do.
a customer walks in and you say, "Okay, we're going to start the auction now." Start
I don't
bidding.
think the majority of retailers, or at least brick and mortar store retailers, up the price on the MSRP
Oh,
for
I
new
don't think
books.
any do. I
No,
haven't seen any.
I do know some because people come to my shop and they're like, "Yeah, the guy down the road, he wants $20 for that book."
Yeah, you know what? Whatever. Then they're just going to buy more books from you. People
Yeah,
are smart with their money nowadays, right? If it says
absolutely.
$4.99 and it comes out and it's not an exclusive cover, E,
Yeah,
they know that it's the cost of the blind bag. And so I think most retailers have a different stance on blind bags. And when you're a live streamer, it's a little bit different because you're not selling to the public
right,
and hand to hand,
right,
right?
right.
You're selling live, and that's a different story there. So
Yeah, it's a different market.
yeah,
Yep,
completely different market.
completely different market. Yep.
Yep.
Agree.
It,
Yeah, I agree
it's
on that.
almost like we're in different businesses.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think, and you know what's funny is that there has been multiple situations that have showed me that in the past 2 weeks that it's totally different businesses, and we've been saying that since the beginning of the live selling stuff. Like you don't go
price
on
you
to
can-
live selling platforms and sell big key books because for the most part you're going to get lower than market price for
Right.
'em.
Value.
Exactly.
Market value.
And
Yeah.
and that's with 20 to 50 people watching versus the one person walks in and says, "Oh, that's 300. Oh, I need that. I'll take it."
Yep. Yeah. So
The and the price in different. So what you can get on Whatnot compare. I bet you that there's a difference between the price you can get on a Whatnot and the price you can get on eBay.
oh
I think
totally.
there's more people trying to source on Whatnot, and there's more collectors on eBay who are paying up, who are long-standing eBay people who are now getting into the live eBay, and then Amazon's people that have nothing, they know nothing about comic books or whatever. They put in, "Oh, I want a Scooby-Doo item," and a Scooby-Doo comic comes up, and they're like, "Oh, $40, okay." And
Yep.
it's like I couldn't get $2 in my store for that book,
Right.
but they're getting 40 on Amazon. The marketplace is very, very, very different.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
Agreed.
think the future for blind bags are going to be a case by case scenario.
Yeah,
I think when Mark does it, there's a lot of cool hype to it. There's community to it. I think this ultimate book, it's on FOC.
yeah,
Here's the thing. What was it? 2 years for Ultimate? 2 total years? Last
Yeah.
year and this year.
Yep.
Marvel made this the keynote address as part of its New York Comic-Con presentation.
yeah. We're ending Ultimates.
We had all of the Instagram hype was, Peach Momoko, Audie
All the
Garnoff,
different covers. Yeah.
Alex Ross is coming back to do whatever. I don't remember all the names, but if you're going to put this much effort into doing this promotion, you have to make sure the last part of it, the getting it to the retailers undamaged, is the most you put into it.
Right. Hey, Dennis, do you remember where they said they were going next?
God, I forgot.
No, because they didn't have anything.
Oh, you're right.
There was no
Good point.
payoff. They're like, we're ending Ultimates. Oh, okay. And
Yeah,
Huh,
what's replacing it?
Yeah. Yeah. And the problem is today's hype is old news. So if you're doing that New York Comic Con, that's just old news because hype
very
is
old.
today. What is going on today is the hype. It trumps everything else before that. And so if you're talking at New York Comic Con, San Diego Comic Con, you need to be talking every day after that and not just say, well, we did that speech at New York Comic Con.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good point.
Yeah.
I think they don't know what to do at Marvel. I really don't. I don't see anything.
Well, well, let me ask you this, Emmett. Do they not know what to do, or do they not know what the customer wants?
Well, the customer doesn't know what they want. The customer didn't know they wanted absolutes.
Nope. They sure as hell didn't. I didn't hear retailers at San Diego say we need more sketch covers and blind bags. And then when Todd McFarlane asked that collective group, the packed house of retailers, how many do you think how many do you think I should do blind bags? A handful.
Yeah.
And most of those guys were just the flippers that were looking at their whatnot sales and saying, I want to do that. The majority of the retailers didn't say, Todd, blind bags, Todd, blind bags.
Yep. Yeah. So it's very interesting when we're doing FOCs.
Can I play devil's advocate, Jesse, 1 second?
Yeah, go ahead.
Maybe Marvel didn't want to do blind bags and they got forced into doing blind bags. So they did blind bags so fucking horribly, they'd never be asked to do blind bags again.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, absolutely. We tried it. That's something that we
That's
always
the clip. Clip that, Brian. Clip that and put a hash brown on the internet thing.
Clip. I was asked about something. They're like, Jesse, you say clip it like 10 times a show, and Brian never clips anything.
Yeah, if you guys can give me some time or some clippers to clip it, we'll definitely get some clip it. Yeah, if you can add me some time on there.
So yeah, I think, Brian, it's a good topic to start off with. I think blind bags, just like anything else, foil covers, lenticulars, 3Ds, chromium, they all have their time in the industry and then they go away. And we don't know when that is going to be. But I would say maybe we got another 6 months of this and then we'll see it dissipate away.
Right. If it's fun and it's done right, it's great. And then
Mark Spears.
Yeah. So what did you think of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle blind bag?
Oh, I thought they were awesome. I actually forgot about that. I did order 10, and I told you this, guys. I got 5 of cover A and 5 of cover B. It was so freaking exciting.
There was only like 8. There was only like 8 covers to get.
Hey, Jesse, how many would you have ordered of the regular A and B cover if it was just open order?
5.
Yeah.
5 and 3, right?
Yeah.
So, yeah. And
so they got an extra 2 books out of you, sucker.
Exactly. I completely forgot about that because Shannon's like, you want to open these? I'm like, yeah, let's see what we got. Oh, awesome. Great.
Hold on a second.
Well, anyways, I was going to say about FOC. FOC is not, I know Brian shows it and it looks all juicy and exciting and all of that. And he's showing it. Oh, look at that cover. And everybody's like, oh, that cover is awesome. That's not how it works for a retailer. You're in the freaking back, drinking a monster drink, have a pizza next to you, and you're going through lines and lines and lines.
Well, I think the vast majority of retailers don't know what's hot in the industry. I think that because they just don't have time to pay attention to that.
But Brian, let me ask you this. Is it important to know what's hot in the industry or hot in your store?
Well, I think they for the most part, they help each other.
There is crossover. Yeah.
They cross over. Yeah.
Crossover.
So I think that for the so yeah, I think it's both, right?
Yep. Yeah, but here's the
because
thing.
if you don't have it in your store for people to buy, you don't know if it's selling or not. And most
Right,
people, most, like I said, most retailers don't, they have no clue, one, what's in their back issue bins that's hot, and two, what's hot in the market. Just because I don't think they have time to necessarily pay attention to that. They're running a business, you know. But
Well,
if they did have time to do that, I think it would help them in a major way. And a perfect example of that is Mark Spears. How many retailers out there had no idea who Mark Spears was when the first blind bags came out? A ton, a massive ton.
I think people didn't know who he was even when they bought him.
I don't. Right? I think Diamond and Keenspot dropped the ball on the biggest chance to introduce Mark Spears to however many retailers are out there. They did not order Free Comic Book Day as huge as they should have. That was the introduction point. The blind bag was the let's cash in on this point. And I don't think I think what didn't we talk to Mark? Wasn't like only a quarter of the retailers even bought the blind bags?
I don't remember hearing that.
Yeah.
Or there was some low number.
It wasn't. He said that there was a good portion that didn't order.
That didn't up their order. He said a vast majority of retailers didn't re-up their order on the blind bags, but more people bought in on them on the winter.
I do want to backtrack on the blind bags and how we were very vocal about people pre-opening up those bags and cursing and all that. And I want to thank Sean, who's in the room as well, for doing a great video and kind of standing up and saying, F you guys that do this. I think it's very important that we get out there in front. We have these platforms to say our piece. And we, until retailers get out there and do that, there's not a lot of voices when there's only, the four of us, Brian's other shows, and Sean out there.
Well, I want to play Sean's video real quick because it was awesome. Let's go ahead and play this.
Yep.
You. All of you.
Great.
100%. You're a douchebag. You don't care about the rules. Okay, I'm not a rule guy either, but it's a bigger picture. It's about respecting the industry. If you are a retailer, I use the term lightly, if you're a whatnot seller, if you opened up the Mark Spears blind bags before street date, fuck you. Fuck all of you.
Great.
100%. You're a douchebag. You don't care about the rules. Okay, I'm not a rule guy either, but it's a bigger picture. It's about respecting the industry. There's so many guys out there, and I called out a couple of them on Whatnot. I went into their shows, and I was like, hey, street date isn't until this day. Straight up told them. One guy was like, oh, I see everyone else doing it. People in the comments are backing up. They're on eBay already. So what?
That doesn't make it right.
So what? Just because someone else does it, okay, I feel like a mom talking to her children. If everyone else jumps off a bridge, are you going to too? The answer is yes. Those people will jump off a bridge too. Everyone else jumped off a bridge, so I'm going to do it too.
Lemmings.
Yes. So if you don't have any respect for the industry, you don't have any respect for the fun side of comics,
right.
All you are is a grifter that saw an opportunity to make money, and you jumped into that opportunity without any respect or regard for all of your fellow sellers.
Amen.
All the store owners, the creator, or the fans.
Amen.
Who actually want to have a fun experience of opening these all possibly at the same time.
Right.
You couldn't wait to rush to be the first one to have them out there to try to get your money before everybody else could. There's more than enough money to go around in the comic industry if you know how to do comics right. If you don't, you're an idiot. You have no business selling comic books, and fuck you. And I mean every word of what I just said. If you broke street date, you are a total grifter and a bane to this whole freaking industry. A lot of people get their books in from Lunar Thursday or Friday, and I see them. They can't wait to put them on Whatnot.
Oh, yeah.
They can't wait.
That's crazy.
They rush. They take the hottest books of the week. They put them up there. Batman this week. Everyone's Batman 15, Batman. Everyone's selling all over the place. Okay, whatever. Well, as long as they don't have it in their hand, okay, that's fine. But it's different for the blind bags because you're opening them. You're revealing what's inside. But they already revealed what's inside. It doesn't matter. They clearly said, I didn't get an email. All the stupid excuses you have to do what you know you're not supposed to do. It's like a child. It's
Yeah.
like a little kid out there making an excuse for, I didn't know I wasn't supposed to eat all the cookies.
Yep.
Dad didn't tell me not to eat all the cookies. All the stupid ass excuses for not being accountable for being a douchebag in the comic book community. So fuck you.
Sean used some harsh words there, but it's necessary at this point. And I see people in the chat that are being like, what's wrong with opening them up? There's nothing wrong with opening them up. Here's the problem with that. Like Sean said, the creator who created them wanted to have everybody open them and enjoy that excitement on the day of release. He wanted people to go into brick and mortar comic shops and have the fun of opening them on the day of the release. He wanted everybody to enjoy that excitement at the same time. That was one of the main things that he did, why he did those blind bags. And here's the whole point of this. So when those Halloween blind bags came out, Lunar came out and made a statement and say, here are the rules. Moving forward with all blind bag releases, you cannot open them before the release. You can sell them on your live sales, and you can ship them out early as long as they get into the people's hands by or on or after release date. You're fine, but you cannot open them. And they made that rule. And the problem with that is, one, none of those rules, there was no repercussions that we heard of from the people that broke the rules the first time. And then when the winter bags came around, we saw a huge uptick in the amount of books that were on eBay 2 weeks early and being broken open on live sales 2 weeks early. And here's the biggest, in my opinion, the biggest stocking full of coal out there should be Lunar's, because Lunar has not come out and made a statement and said, hey, we told you guys these are the rules and you still broke the rules. We're holding you accountable. So here's the problem with that. Nobody should adhere to street date then, because if you're not going to hold the rules, then the street date is a pointless rule, right? It's whenever you get them. Who cares about fucking over your fellow retailers? Who cares about fucking over the creator? Who cares about that? Because Lunar is not going to hold anybody accountable for breaking the rules, then there's no freaking rules.
Yeah, I think we were very just as voiceful as, well, I know I was, about this situation. Now, one thing I want to thank Sean about is being very stern in that video, wearing a Big Bird sweater. That was took some guts there to do that. But at the end of the day, listen, as a retailer, you've already signed when you order this stuff. It literally states on the page that you can't break street date on it. But like Brian said, if they're not going to hold people's feet to the fire, then what are we supposed to do?
Jesse,
I think there's trouble in paradise at Lunar.
oh yeah,
I last week.
No, they're up 30%. Didn't you see that?
I lost. Yeah, that's usually a big sign there's something going on.
Yeah, I don't even know what up 30% at wholesale means. What does that mean?
That means Keen Spot signed with you in the last 6 months, and you got 2 blind bags from Mark Spears.
Exactly. Thank you very much.
What that
That's
means.
the whole
Yes.
point. That is the whole point.
Yeah.
But I think
at wholesale mean nothing.
I think there's a lot of their shipping is not as good as it was. The timing of the shipping is off. I didn't get my books yet this week. I checked. They're in Indiana, and they're supposed to. They're in Indiana.
Well, that's where their warehouse is. Their warehouse is in Indiana.
Yeah. So, and I'm supposed to get them tomorrow. So somebody's driving all night. But
I bet you their hands are wet on the wheel.
Yeah,
Three Rivers says it's sad if you waited till street date as an online seller, i.e., doing the right thing, you were penalized. And you're right.
Yep.
You aren't going to
Absolutely,
sell as
100%.
many as the guys who sell them early, because people in
Well,
the
we
in
were
the
watching
comics
them on
world
the
and
show.
collectibles, it's all about FOMO. Unfortunately, that's a
Yeah.
huge reason
Ooh.
people buy things. And
Guys,
you get a glow in the dark
I got a glow in the dark
foil.
earlier.
You got a foil
Foil.
of
I like
the
that one,
unholy
too.
one. That's a nice one.
Yeah.
So yeah, nice guys finish last. And here are the rules for those of you guys that don't know the rules of Lunar. Let me read them for you. Lunar Distribution's rules for blind bag street dates prohibit retailers from allowing customers to receive products before the official on-sale date. The primary goal is to ensure a fair and consistent experience across all sales channels. Key rules for retailers: strict adherence to on-sale date. All blind bag products must adhere to their on-sale date. No early possession or shipping. Retailers cannot allow customers to possess blind bags or ship them for arrival before specified street date. Restrictions on early reveals and display. For DC Comics, revealing, displaying, or showing blind bag contents is prohibited before the on-sale date. Marvel Comics, as of late 2025, primarily focuses on preventing early customer receipt through early sales are banned. Image Comics suggests not publicly sharing images of contents if bags are opened before the date. The consequences for violating them. Violations of the policy is a breach of account terms. Penalties can include temporary or permanent loss of early delivery privileges, restricting product receipt to the on-sale date, or future program restrictions. The rules are stated. What are you doing, Lunar? Lunar Distribution, what are you doing to the people who broke those dates? Because if you're doing nothing, then just get rid of the street date rule.
I think they're afraid. I think they're afraid if they come down on people that they'll just move to Universal and they'll lose the customer.
Yeah, exactly. And that again, the 30% thing, that's not material to what's going on. Your whole purpose is to serve your customer. Your customer is not customers who buy comics. It's the retailer who buys wholesale to sell the customer. They're skipping a whole thing here and forgetting their customer is the retailer.
Jesse, their customer is the people who want 35% off on their online store.
There you go.
We just happen to be the people that are funding it for them.
Yep. At this point, I'm starting to look at it the same way, because listen,
Thank you, Brian.
I see the people from Lunar, and listen, I'm going to stress this. I have heard nothing but good things about people that know the owners of Lunar. I have heard nothing but good things about them. But from what I'm seeing by their actions, it's the exact opposite. Lunar Distribution, you have a seat on this show. I want to see, is it Christina at Lunar? Christina, I would love to see you come on the show and talk about this. Just to have a conversation about it. We don't have to hold anybody accountable or anything. Let's just have the conversation on why it's important or why it's not important to adhere to street date rules. Because whenever I talk to big publishers or big people in the industry, they all say that street date protections are important. Every single one of them. Now, if they're not important, if you're not holding people accountable for breaking them, then Lunar, you're saying they're not important. But everybody else I talk to says they're important. So which is it? And that is very important, because Penguin Random House came out and said, we don't care about street dates. You can open the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle bags early. We don't care. So, this is the type of thing where we should be holding the industry accountable. The industry is vastly disconnected, disconnected from what we see as people who have our finger on the pulse. I'm not saying I'm a retailer and that I know how to sell comics, but I'll tell you what, I talk about comics every day of my life. And I do 4 live shows a week on them. I put myself out there as a brand to say this is what we know about and what we love. So I think that we kind of have an idea of what people want and what people are asking for. And
Right.
what people are asking for is for retailers to adhere to street date.
Yeah, exactly. And there's ones that don't. Most of those people, I'm being very calm tonight. I told myself I'd be very calm tonight. No cursing. Shannon's like, did you curse on that last show? I'm like, no. And she's like, well, here's the video of you cursing. Most of those people don't last in this industry that long, right? They bounce
Grifters.
to this platform. They bounce to another platform. They
They'll
finally
be
get
selling
kicked off.
Pokemon. They'll be
Yeah, and then
just-
they'll be selling salt shakers and tea bags and whatever it is, anything that they can get their hands on. So it's a matter of just doing what is right. And if you do what is right and you try to have blinders on, yeah, we can talk about, but you got to take care of the customer in front of you. And those customers that don't care about street day, and they shouldn't, right? They're just a customer. Hey, it's for sale. I'm buying it. But those guys, they never last in this business. And you know, unfortunately, you know, our retention sucks because of it. I don't think Lunar knows, you know, someone said, is it a rule or a law? There's no law in this, right? It's just standard rules that we expect people to adhere to.
Honestly, Brian, until you see at San Diego, first of all, I don't think Penguin or Lunar had a Q&A with retailers at either event. Am I wrong,
think they
Emmett?
did. No, I think they both did.
When?
I think Lunar's was like Wednesday or Tuesday or
What-
Wednesday at New York, there was all retailers, but we never get to ask questions.
That's what I'm saying. A Q&A where we
Got
get
you.
to ask a question.
I got you. Yeah,
Okay,
you're right.
so
Yeah,
first
They're
of
never
all-
accountable to us,
yeah.
So first of all,
especially
as long
a
as nobody can voice their dissension, there is no dissension. And as long as retailers cower and accept this, they're going to keep doing it. The only time that they're going to step up is if at a 500 retailer presentation, somebody gets up and says, you said you were going to punish blind bag openers, and there were at least 50 different accounts, and you didn't punish a single one of them. I won't order another product from you until you hold your standards to bear. And then guess what? Universal steps forward, and Universal says, yeah, we're gonna enforce this.
Because we've heard you. We've heard the retailers that we are servicing.
You know, it was all the problems that everybody had with Diamond. They did give us Q&As.
Yep.
Did they always give us good answers? No. Did they give us the answers we wanted? No, but at least they took the grievances, right? The Festivus
Right.
for the rest of us.
Right, exactly. Well, you got to look at 2026. We're in moving platforms
Yep.
constantly. Every week is a new way to sell product. It brings in a ton of new sellers and it knocks out a lot of old sellers.
Okay.
So,
First of all,
2026.
I have to shout out Trap House Comics. Brian, I'm sending you a link. Shit, I can't see where my
Put it in the
chat-
private chat in the StreamYard.
Oh, I can't do it in the StreamYard. I don't know how to do that. You know I don't know how to do that shit. I'll have to put it in there, so then you'll have to get it over. Trap House Comics has clipped the show and hash browned it on the internet.
Hash browned it.
Hash brown. Oh my gosh, can I get that with sunny side up and scrambled, and I'll take bacon with that too as well. Clip that part. We are clipping that. I'm getting someone to clip that. Brought
Show
to
me
you
how
by
to
Denny's.
hash brown, Daddy.
Yeah. Brought to you by Denny's. Open 24 hours. America's Kitchen.
There you go. Dennis made a great point.
Maybe Marvel
Holy
didn't
cow.
want to do
We'll
blind
be-
bags, and they got forced into doing blind bags, so they did blind bags so fucking horribly
Yep.
they'd never be asked to do blind bags again.
Yeah.
Shout out to Trap House Comics.
Did Trap House tag Marvel Comics?
Oh, probably not, but
Probably not,
I will.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
But I mean, this is a perfect example. Like, this is in October. Blind Bagonomics. Retailers told not to sell early. Some don't care. I mean, and here's the problem with that. Listen, I get it, you guys. I will admit, I feel very strongly about this because I'm friends with a creator that wanted people to wait to open them till street date. There was a reason behind him wanting that. He wanted people to enjoy it that date. He wanted everybody to enjoy, see the things come out, at the same time, be excited for it. No retailer to get screwed over early. No retailer to lose out money. He wanted this for the retailers. And because of that, I feel strongly about it. I admit that because I am friends with Mark. But that doesn't make it mean it's not wrong.
Because he made this thing special and he asked everybody to do it and do it the right way. 50 people were crammed in Corpus Christi's comic shop.
Wanted Comics.
Most Wanted Comics.
Yeah. Most Wanted Comics. 50 people were crammed in that comic shop at midnight
100
to be a part of an event.
Yeah, you got it. You got it, Dennis.
Okay.
Exactly.
Now, how many people are crammed in a comic book store tonight to open one of those shit-tastic fucking bags from Marvel?
Great fucking point. Well, they haven't come out yet till next week.
Come out to the 31st.
Yeah, they don't come out to the 31st.
Okay,
so.
but the point is nobody's planning a midnight opening event for that.
But why is everybody getting the books now? I mean, I don't get my Marvel books till Tuesday.
Skip week, and they trusted us, and they fucked up.
Yeah, they trust you to sell it early. Yeah. Wah, wah, wah.
Yeah, get on what? Hey, Brian, go on Whatnot right now and see. Can you do that? Can you go on Whatnot and see how many people are selling Ultimate blind bags tonight?
All of them.
All of them. All of them.
Yep.
There's Mark Spears Monsters blind bags.
Well, I might have actually proven a different point because it looks like everybody's still on the Mark Spears train and not on the
still selling blind bags. Well, I'm very curious.
There we go.
No.
Right there, first one.
Oh yeah, right there.
Oh, 5 more.
Yeah.
20 more.
Yeah. Look at them all.
Yep. There you go.
These are all available for order. Are they available for order? Maybe that's it. They're available for order, pre-bid. So they're available for pre-bid, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
As long as they don't get them in the hands or they open them. And see, here's the thing. Listen, you guys, if you don't think the creators, aka Mark, is putting these in his brain bank, the retailers and influencers that that did it the right way and the ones that didn't, you're sorely mistaken.
But Brian, back to my first earlier point that you and I disagreed on. I just opened 5 of Mark Spears blind bags. I didn't get them before the midnight event. I sent them to the stores and blah, blah, blah. I saved 5 because I wanted to open it live on the show. I got 5 different books. I got one regular, one virgin, one glow in the dark, one foil, and one I don't know. But it's probably a better one because it was the 2-headed giant, and I don't know what the rarity is on that. 5 different books, 5 different blind bags. I opened them live. That is a massive improvement over the first Monsters blind bag. And guess what? That will make Mark Spears' 3rd blind bag, Evil Rabbit.
I agree.
Evil Easter. I'm copyrighting.
Well, Mark has come out and said he doesn't plan on doing any more blind bags other than Halloween of next year.
Okay, but the point is, the people will trust that blind bag because he's gone through slight hiccup. He didn't have anything. There was no massive damage. But I'm sorry, this Marvel clusterfuck is going to be so bad, they will not trust this again. You could put fucking Peach Momoko's clothes in this and no one's going to trust it.
The other thing is that now that Mark has blazed the way with this printer, this is smart for the printer to fix it because now anybody that's doing an independent book that wants to do a blind bag you got to go to that printer because you know
Yep.
the mix is going to be good.
Yep.
There's not going to be damages. Like
But
it's
what
a
did
home
you-
run now.
What did you two just say?
Shout out to Billy at
Yeah,
Economics and
different from
Comics
I
with
don't.
the
You think I pay
$1.99
attention to what
super
I
chat.
say?
This,
He says happy
This
holidays.
is what you two just said. You said Mark. You
Yeah.
didn't say Keen Spot.
No,
Well,
You didn't
no.
say Lunar. You didn't say the printer. You said
Yeah.
Mark, and
Yeah.
that's the difference.
Yeah, Marvel should have
I agree with
had-
that, Jesse. I
and,
agree
and,
with that.
And with all that I can tell, just from my knowledge of production, Marvel had that little cover piece had to have been with the notches. So that piece of paper not only had to go through, but it had to go through a die cut to cut out those little notches to put under the staple. And then those were fed through the machine. Those were collated and fed through as part of the printing process and stapled and folded. Then they got put in a bag. Then they got, I don't know how they were collated at the printer to be put into boxes, but whatever happened to Penguin, those things came out and they got whatever that weird word was that Clutch said about deck of cards, and then sideways, and then 10 times down the spine.
yeah.
Okay. If you come up with all of these things to die cut a piece of paper, to staple through it, to put in a bag, and I didn't see any bag creases down it, so they did something, I don't know what, but they fucked the spines up. They didn't think of the one thing that can't be done.
Yeah. Shout out to Craig with the $2 super chat. He says ditto of what Billy said. Thank you,
Yeah.
guys. I appreciate you. By the way, big shout out to Craig69 for the AOK that he sent to me. If you guys didn't see it, we talked a couple shows ago about the J. Scott Campbell Kabuki cover that was absolutely amazing. And Craig sent me one of those covers along with 2 other J. Scott Campbell autograph books. So, Craig, thank you so much, brother. That was an amazing gift. Thank you.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
man.
if you're in the- I was just going to say, if you're in the jungle and you hear people yelling Kabuki, run. Just so you know. For those of you who knows what Kabuki actually means, but
I thought that was a Japanese word. That's their theater, right? Kabuki
Yes.
theater.
It's
Yeah.
the painted face
Yeah.
theater.
it also means death by Kabuki.
Oh.
I'll tell you the joke later.
That's an old joke. Yeah. No, I
Yeah.
know it, but I
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
I think when I heard it was Unga Bunga, but
Yeah, oh yeah, it was Unga Bunga, and then they
No,
started
it's
singing
death
Kabuki.
death by Smoo Smoo from
oh no,
Futurama.
Snoo is good stuff.
Yeah.
Brian's like, you old guys, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah. So, hey, Clutch, Clutch just showed up in the chat. Clutch, what was that that sticker that was on the box of let me show you. We had
Does
there was
Clutch
a
wanna come in?
question. There was a question on what that sticker was on the box.
Black and red sticker with the
The explosion, black and red explosion on your box.
Shout out to Alex that just dropped a $10 super chat. He said, hit that thumbs up and subscribe button. Thank you, Alex. Clutch says, no clue on what the Starburst sticker is. So there you go. Yeah, I just, and again, I want to make
But
sure.
Clutch, just to clarify it, you did not put that sticker on there. That came from Penguin on your box.
So I just want to state that, we're not shitting on Lunar necessarily by asking this. We just want to know what their plans are and if they plan on, holding people accountable for this.
Emmett and I are, just for
Yeah.
clarification,
Just for
Emmett and I are shitting on Lunar. Well,
There
okay.
you go.
But here's the thing. You can win me over. You have to explain to me how you can win me over. You can't just tell me, well, everyone else trusts me. Why don't you?
Yeah.
Right. I also think that the only way they can do it is not by saying it. It's got to be delivered correctly the first time.
Well, it
And
doesn't
then you
necessarily
can
have
say
to be
whatever you
delivered
want.
correctly the first time. You just got to fix it, and you have to show that you're making the
Right.
fixes. You can't just say you're going to do it.
Well, you can't say you're going to do it and then do nothing.
Right,
Yes.
exactly. And then, you know, all of a sudden
'Cause
start
that's what
getting
they
the
did.
boxes with no
That's
bubble wrap
exactly
in
what
it.
they
Well,
did.
you know,
Yes.
but
Yeah,
here's the
100%
thing:
did that.
if we got 100, if you got 100 books that weren't blind that were damaged, right? What is the process? Well, the process is you do your report, you get your damaged books done. But in this case, you know, it's blind bags.
Yeah.
Well, you
Well,
got.
are they
didn't
going
you
to do
get
another
rejected?
run? Because there's no way that so many people have damaged books. There's no way they have enough to send out to everybody.
No, but Jesse, didn't you get rejected from Lunar for
Yep.
damage replacements on a
Yep.
blind bag?
400
No, no.
400 damaged books.
Not on a blind bag, just regular books, though. Not a blind
No,
bag.
they
Oh,
were
okay.
yeah, 400
Okay,
damaged books.
but what I'm saying is they have the right to reject it because we
Oh, yeah.
have no bargaining power with them.
Yep, exactly. So you know what it is, and the problem is what we're talking about is the next week we have a whole bunch of different books. I think the big difference between a LCS owner who does new issues is we're focused on the 90 books that come out that week, not on one book. And guess what? We have to do it the next week.
Mhm.
And so it's this constant.
Do you know what my
flow.
number one selling comic at Cosmic Pop was this weekend?
I have no idea.
Hash Brown,
I'll
the
just tell you.
superhero.
I'll just tell you. Dragon Ball Z. I sold every
Yep.
comic book. You know why? Because another store in the mall had a signing with Stephanie, who did the voice of Baby Goku and Baby Gohan, was signing at another store, and they didn't have any merch except for Funko Pops. And everybody came down and bought every one of our cards, every one of our comics. I brought more comics down from Monroe. We sold those. We sold figures, everything. I didn't have Dragon Ball comics selling out on my bingo card.
Right.
But you have to be ready.
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's we continually sell Sonic constantly. It's just a huge
Yep.
Yeah,
seller
Sonic's a
for it.
great seller for me too. For non-comic people, it's probably the best seller. If somebody
Yep.
comes in and goes, I don't know anything about comics. My kid wants some comics. The kid goes right over and grabs Sonic comics.
Yep.
All right, let's get into another one of the coal getters, the people that are waking up to coal in their stocking. Diamond Distribution. The bankruptcy continues to drop coal throughout their Christmas mornings, and there's new news. Can you guys explain what's going on with Diamond this week?
Unfortunately, I think you have to be very careful on how you do your header. You know,
This
Yes,
sounds like it would be good for publishers.
it sounds
But it
like
is
it's going to
not.
be good for publishers, but it's another horrible case of, you might get some money, but if the courts find out that in the end that Sparkle is correct or Diamond 1 is correct, you have to pay that money back.
Explain what you
That's
mean by
great.
that.
So basically, they're going to give money out. Obviously, they're then pay position 1, position 2, a little bit of it. I think it's $154,000 to lawyers that then pay out. They then pay $300,000 out in escrow to the publishers, divided by how many publishers there are, right? But at the end,
There are left.
that are left in the lawsuit. Then what's going to happen at the end, when everything's done on Chapter 7 and everything, if the courts find out that Sparkle did not have to pay this money out from escrow, those publishers will have to pay back the money to Sparkle. So
don't
why take the
spend
money?
it. Yeah.
Why take the money? Why even do this?
Here's the thing. So one thing, I'll tell you who I really want to put a lump of coal in. Scroll down or find out who it is. This fucking judge has fucked the comic industry in more ways than I think we can count. He has made almost every decision on these guys that came in. Do we have it? I don't know what his name is, but it's all the same judge, if I remember correctly. This guy has made every decision to fuck the publishers, no matter what. And back to when we were talking to Heidi and the things that we were seeing, I think this fix was in. I don't know who made out in any of this, because Sparkle Pop put the money up for sale with Universal, and Universal got what they wanted. Sparkle got what was left. And Sparkle gets all the ire, because they're the ones that said, oh, we're going to take this merchandise and we're just going to sell it. And, I believe that's part of this 300,000, which is, hey, by the way, we collected 300,000 selling $1 million worth of your stuff.
Yes, again, probably.
Well,
$3 million. Yeah.
Yeah, they sold $818,000 went into escrow. So they're moving out 300,000 to the publisher. So you are correct that they're still not getting their just due. And again, this is a simple question. You sold $818,000 of the publisher's product. How much is left?
Well, and then
on how much is left.
Brian, did you find that article about Valiant?
No, go ahead and explain that.
So one of the decisions that was made this week, I was actually talking to a publisher who's in pretty deep for some diamond money, but not that deep, and they know they're never going to see it.
Right.
But they had heard of a decision that was made this week that Valiant and another publisher, and chat, if you know who we're talking about, put it in the chat, basically got a decision made against them by this judge that Sparkle can sell all of their stuff because they never asserted their inventory, and they never asserted. Who was the other publisher, Jesse? Do you remember?
I don't want to guess on this one.
Okay. It was two publishers who did not assert their claims, and they did not ask for their product back. Is that what it is, Brad? Okay. Can you spread that? Enlarge, enhance, enlarge.
Yeah.
See, it works.
I don't see what Brad was putting.
Valiant.
I don't see anything
Look
about
for the word Valiant.
Yeah, I truly believe if we go back to our first show, we have basically called all this and what was going to happen.
Here's the thing, and this is what I wanted to talk about, and this will be a good time for me to bring this up. We're at 94 episodes. 94. We skipped a couple weeks. We're 2 years into this show. The first year, if you remember, we talked about integrity. We talked about the rights of the creators, how the creators could pivot, how the retailers could pivot. We said that that if something happens, you have got to be able to pivot. That was like the first year of this show. We said pivot so many fucking times, it became a drinking game for some people.
Yep.
The second year, starting in January, it's been about Diamond and the need for the publishers to be starting to pivot. You can't rely on. So this show has been instrumental in hitting the alarm for the industry to that the way we were headed was not a successful, profitable way if things go bad. And the last year has been every fucking proof of things going bad. And all of these decisions that are happening right now are not things going good in the right direction. They just aren't.
Yeah, the only thing I would say that might be a little bit different on this is 80% of the retailers, LCSs out there, probably just found out today that Diamond went bankrupt. I mean, they're not very hip on knowing what's going on or
Exactly what I was
technically
saying
sharing.
earlier. And a lot
When
of
they got
people in
their-
the
when they
chat
got
were
their-
saying, so Brian, you're saying that retailers are stupid? I'm not necessarily saying retailers are stupid, but they
But
don't
2
have
years
the
ago-
time. They don't have the
but-
time to necessarily keep an eye on all this while running a business for the most
But
part.
2 years ago, Jesse and I made sure we told everybody the stunning lack of cash registers and point of sale devices at comic shops. The
Cash
fact
boxes.
that cash boxes and cigar boxes are most retailers' form of exactly.
How much change do you need? Here you go. Can I
Right.
get a receipt? Let me get a piece of paper for you. Well,
Yeah.
no, I want a receipt. I
Yeah.
want a piece of paper.
No, it's just maybe I'm black pilled, maybe I'm red pilled, maybe I definitely am not blue pilled. I saw all this, guys. I saw all of this, and that's why I realized I had to change. And the last 3.5 years have been the greatest 3.5 years in my 35 years in business, my 20 years in retailing. I can't describe it any other way. It's a way to pivot. I'm not saying it's the way to pivot, but if I can show you the way, I will show you the way. I'll share it with you freely.
Yeah. I definitely make more money outside of new comics.
Oh yeah, by far. No matter how many new comics here's a problem. I wrote down my figures from Friday to Tuesday. We sold 1,727 items. Now, keep in mind, a lot of these are Pokemon cards, baseball cards, that type of stuff. 41% was comics. So if I don't have that 59%, I have a crappy week. So if you're not pivoting and selling other product, other collectibles, and becoming a little retro and a little vintage there, in my case, a little bit more boutique-ish, you're in a tough spot. Blind bags aren't the issue for you. It's everything else is the issue for you.
Right.
Yeah.
In my area, there's enough comic shops where a blind bag is not creating traffic for me.
No.
It's just eaten up by my regular guys who are coming in for their subscription boxes, which is what I've built up over time with new books. It's people that have the pull boxes.
Can I ask
They're
you
the
something?
ones-
If
Sure.
if you told every customer that walked in, hey, there's these new blind bags coming out. This is what they are. This is what you could get. Do you think that would change if you let them know about the blind bags?
I am going to sell it to other people, but those people don't come in on a Wednesday. Right?
So-
Comic people come in on a Wednesday.
Right.
So on the
Yeah.
weekend, I'm hand selling it to people coming
exactly.
in for a comic book. If they're coming in for a comic book, they're going to hear the whole spiel on every unique thing about comics that I have.
Yeah, exactly. We have a simple rule here at my store. I don't, I'm not like Dennis that has a whole bunch of employees. I have 5 employees or team members. They're not allowed behind the counter at any time until they're ringing up. They have to be on the floor hand selling all day and suggesting. We can't be just robots behind the counter saying, "Oh, awesome, I'll ring that up for you." We have to be out there selling. So if you're selling blind bags, if you're selling Sonic, if you're selling Godzilla, you need to be pivoting and adding to that sell constantly, watching everything that they touch on the floor. And when you do approach them having, hey, let's go back to here. Hey, let me tell you why this is special. And I think that's where retailers have a great advantage to up their sales. Live streaming, it's a little bit tougher to do that, right? Because you're talking to a vast amount of people. So Emmett is right. We need to be upselling beyond that pull box holder.
And for a blind bag, I have to sell that to somebody who wants a collectible, not somebody that wants a comic to read.
I got a question for you, Emmett.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you don't dive all in on blind bags, but this is also a question for, retailers in the chat. How many people just buy one blind bag because they want to read the story and they don't care and they just rip that blind bag and read whatever they got?
None of the people that bought my blind bags bought one.
Okay. No,
How do you
I'm
know?
just curious.
Yeah, I think
How do you
we
know?
probably sold.
Because we track
on-
it.
You
yeah,
track
I
what?
think we
Who reads their
sold
books and who
maybe
doesn't?
9 to 10 people.
No,
who
no.
won.
How many books they'll buy? If they're buying a blind bag, how many they bought? We didn't have one sale of one blind bag. All
No,
of our
but-
blind bag sales were multiple blind bags.
No.
Now, most of my people are readers, so they'll read one of them. But as far as how many, he was asking me how many people bought one blind bag. I don't
Yeah,
know
we
whether
had
they were
quite a
reading it
few.
or not, but I didn't have any. No, I didn't have any single sales.
No?
All
Okay.
my blind bags were at least 2. Most of them were 3. And I think I had one sale of the Halloween that a guy bought 5. That
Action.
was
Just so you know, no, it's Old Diamond. Went chapter 7, not New Diamond.
The reason why I say that is because I see a store like Most Wanted Comics in Texas that says that creates this event around the blind bags, and I see them sell, 1,000 of those blind bags out.
I watched several of those sales and people were buying 2 and 3,
yeah.
because I saw the person who was at the register shuffling them and I saw multiple copies.
Yeah,
But I
yeah.
got to believe that there's a decent enough market out there of people who are like, well, I want to read this story and blind bags are the only way to do it. So I'll buy one. I don't know if that's out there, if that's a market, but
Sure, absolutely.
I'm sure
Absolutely.
there are some people that will buy only one, but like there are so many different covers to get. If you have a cover you really like,
yeah.
I would tell what I was telling my customers, like, well, what's the chances if I get, cover 35A? I'm like, fuck if I know. If you really want that cover, go to a website and buy that cover. Don't gamble. Like I tell people that with Magic cards, with Pokemon cards. If there's a card you really want, don't think you can buy boxes and boxes and get that card.
And that's what Brian learned after getting fucked by that baseball Topps Chrome cases that he got. I remember you saying that on the show.
Yeah, Three Rivers says, I just got asked by eBay to do live sales. Not sure. I see a lot of folks moving junk for high prices. Don't want to do that to my customers. Not sure I can get enough keys to pull it off weekly. Here's my question about that. Are you sure that for the most part, people are paying more for junk? Because in the vast majority of my sales, my books sell for less than the going rate.
Yeah. And
The
in
vast
my
majority.
case, it's opposite, right? We're selling anywhere from 200 to 300 comics a show. Now, I'm the idiot that goes from 12:30 a.m. to 5 a.m., so I'm not really competing against anybody.
Right.
I don't think people are paying more for junk. I think they're paying more for entertainment. I think they're paying more to gamble against someone else that they're going to beat them in the competitive spirit that there is. The notion is your customers on eBay are everybody's customers. They're not your customers. They're eBay's customers, and they're shared customers. So you have people popping in and out of eBay. They'll go into your room, they'll buy something, go into someone else's room, buy something, and then come back into your room and buy something. You need to be showing stuff.
Yeah.
And if you're doing a show just showing keys, that's not what live streaming is about. Live streaming is about showing product to a vast amount of people and trying to figure out what someone is going to buy. People joke about Turrock #1 with me, but guess what? I sell those for big dollars. Why? Because people like the hype. They like to
And you
have
tell the
be
story
part of the
about it.
group. Yeah,
Yeah, you
I
tell
tell a
the-
story about it. They want to be like everybody else that has bought one from me. So eBay Live, and I can only speak about eBay Live because I don't do whatnot. eBay Live is about performing. It's about giving great comic book therapy or collectible therapy.
Yep.
And at the end, hopefully you're selling a whole bunch of books. That's what it comes down to. But keys, don't go and this is, I'm just suggesting this, I'm not telling you this. Don't go in with the notion that you have to have keys to be successful on any live platform.
I like oddball stuff. Like I'm not selling on any live platform, but you know, a lot of my sales in store when I'm hand selling stuff is like 80s black and whites.
Yeah.
And you know,
I
and
remember
you-
your video about the war comics.
yeah,
years
and
ago.
I do a lot of war comics and I hand sell those in the store. And they're you know, war comics are there's not a war comic for sale right now, a new war comic for sale right now for a reason.
Right.
Nobody's asking for one. Right? So, but the art is great, the stories are great, the older ones, and you know, especially if you're not into any of the newer stories.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, you find a niche, and it's
Yeah.
stuff that people don't see on everybody else's channel.
Yeah.
And it'll sell just fine.
I think that
Exactly.
for the vast majority of people that sell online on live sales, they're not getting top dollar for the stuff that they're putting out. And that is, again, it goes back to what we talked about. There's different tools for different jobs. In my opinion, live sales are where you sell things that you have a big margin on and you can sell them for cheaper than the going rate, but you're still making money on them because you have a big margin on.
Yeah.
The
I-
stuff
I've got
that
a No, I've got a collection of 200 Spawn books that I got in a collection. I think like 6 months ago, whenever I bought that big collection, and I'm gonna do that at one of the sales because the books are way too high for me to put into my store and just let them sit on shelves.
Yep, exactly.
Whereas I have a decent enough profit margin in it that I can sell it at a discount.
Yep.
Not putting it on a shelf, waiting for the guy who sells on Whatnot to come in and
Right.
scalp the whole pile. And I'll just do it myself. I'll make a big event out of it. You know, I'll be advertising it for 2 weeks in advance, build an audience, and then do that sale.
Right.
And
Well, let
I
me ask,
started
go ahead.
I started running a test on eBay. I don't do eBay live, but like on regular eBay, because I usually don't do comics, but I started doing sets, like whole runs.
Yeah.
And that has been phenomenal.
Yep.
Yep.
So if I went live, I would be doing, I would probably be doing all these little 1 to 6, 1 to 8, 1 to 12. And I have long boxes full of these short run books, you know, Supreme Power and a bunch of the books from the Max series from Marvel and
Yep.
tons from DC too. And just that stuff, like if somebody wants to read this, they don't put it in trades. Like these little runs, they're not in trades, most of them. So it's a great place where you can sell something that people kind of really dig and run around to find, and if they could get it all in one place.
Well, here's the question for the DS. What is better? Getting top dollar or getting high margins?
High margins.
Yep, high margins
Always.
always. So that's
Volume and margins makes you rich.
I bought that giant Blu-ray DVD collection from the Hoarder House.
Yeah.
However many months ago it was, 2 months ago. And I just said there's too many DVDs to put in either of my physical media store. So he's put all the overage. We're putting all the overage, and they're selling almost as fast as we're putting them on.
Yep.
And because my margin's higher on it, I get to take, oh, this is a $50 Blu-ray. Oh, you're offering 35? Okay, you get it. Boom.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm hoarding them though. I've got over 10,000 DVDs in my basement.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for the five-year Netflix crash.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Interesting. All right. Anything else? You guys got anything you want to talk about this week?
Shit, I can't even remember what happened. I mean, honestly, Brian, I have been working 12-hour days for the last 2 weeks, and it has been the most profitable and most exhausting 2 weeks I've had. I get home and I'm like, I can't even, and then I still have to do my online eBay offers and acceptings.
I'd like to see the numbers on the big box stores for the amount of business. This is my best Christmas ever.
Yeah.
And I don't think people have the kind of money to be spending it all over the place. So I'm getting a better portion of their money in my small business, I think, than they're spending in some of these retail spots, big box stores.
Right, right. Yeah, that I think this Christmas. Now, I'm not going to go with it's my best Christmas ever. I've had 2016, 2017 were awesome years for us. Obviously, we're in a new store, so this is our first Christmas here. And again, my competition, I'm going against Pop Shelf and Five Below, selling those great product. Yeah, selling that product is always a challenge. But the customer base, what I'm seeing is people come in here and they go, well, there's only 10 people in here versus 200 over there. So they like that convenience. They like the fact that we can say hello.
Yeah.
Well, it's not just that. Like I say, I have 2 stores in a dead mall, and I just opened a 3rd in a living mall. I've got really good numbers, and I set myself very realistic goals. And even this Christmas is blowing those goals out of the water.
Yeah.
And I'm looking across the street at Spencer's, at Bath and Body Works, at JCPenney's. There's no shortage of bags out there. It's not like I have to worry about getting my bag. I just have to worry about everybody. And this is, Emmett, tell me if I'm wrong. Just the general, I feel like the rising tide is lifting all boats right now.
Yes. Yeah. I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think that comics is exciting right now. And I think for the most part, retailers who are smart are doing well right now. But I think what that means is they're not selling as many comics as they were in the past. They're selling vintage shirts, toys, TCG, action figures. They're not selling as many comics anymore. You cannot just be a comic shop and a brick and mortar comic shop and only sell comics and be successful right now. I just don't
50
think
episodes.
Yeah.
Well, I think there are a few guys that can do it. It's a lot about the location, and it's a lot about how many people you have employed and how big you want to get. If you just want to eat off your own table, you're the only employee.
Brian, can you pull up my office Christmas party? That I'd like to talk about that. I don't know if you can pull it up from my Instagram. It was Sunday night.
Go ahead.
Okay, but I have 15 employees right now working at the Oh, kill that. Sorry.
Yeah.
It's Instagram. So I have 15 employees right now. The amount of employees that walked up to me and said, I've been working for 2 or 3 years. I've been working for 10 years. I've never been invited by my boss to a party like this. And I had a buffet at Dave & Buster's. I gave them all $15 game cards, and it was all you could play video games. My team won that game, by the way. It's pretty awesome. But this is how you repay the employees. You have to keep everybody's energy level up.
Yeah, I think it's about making sure they understand they're part of a team and a family.
Yes.
I think
that's why I used "We Are Family" as the song.
Yeah, if you can get I'll give you a prime example, and I feel bad because me and Shannon technically don't celebrate Christmas. We just hang out, we have dinner, we don't exchange gifts or anything like that. And so I gave everybody off tomorrow. Well, guess what all 5 team members did today when they left? They went to their car and they brought us presents. Right? That's creating a great team when they feel like they're a family. And if you can create a team that is a family, they will stack BBs for you. And that's what you want. It's a challenge, right? Sometimes. But yeah, at the end of the day, if you can create a great team that understands it's about the team, it's about the brand, then I think you're in good shape. And I think Dennis doing something like this is awesome. I think it's a great thing to do.
Brad was in the chat, and wouldn't they rather have a night off and $200 in their pocket? Well, first of all, the mall doesn't let us close for a night. We have to choose Sunday night when we close at 6 so that we could all go over to David Buster's at the same time. And every single one of those 15 employees got a nice red envelope full of cash to spend however they wanted.
Well, that's nice, but you know, they have done study after study of study. Money does not motivate workers.
Especially the
Does
new
not.
generation. Yeah.
It doesn't.
Yep.
Accomplishment. There's a lot of things. Title,
Praise, yeah.
praise. Yeah, there's a lot of things that motivate workers. Money's not one of them.
Yep.
Yep.
Because after 2 weeks of getting that money, they're spending all of it anyway. So
Right. But the thing is, you got to give them a little.
it's not life changing. Yeah, no, it's nice to give them
Yeah.
a little hit when you get a home
Yeah.
run or around a
Yeah.
holiday. I do it around home runs. That for me motivates guys to get more home runs.
Well, that's why I don't know if I've explained it, but we have like a rule from the history of Wonderworld in the past. 2K in a day gets rib day. It started years ago, and if we do $2,000 on a non-special day, you know, I'm not giving away big discounts or anything like that.
Right.
But if we do 2K just on a regular day, I buy everybody ribs. Now, my new employees at Cosmic Pop, they don't like ribs.
They don't like ribs, right?
They're all vegans.
But no, they love Chinese buffets.
Yeah.
So I said, okay, every time you do 2K in a day, you get a Chinese buffet. And they have so many Chinese buffet days built up. I'm going to just have to go to a Chinese buffet.
You have to raise the number.
Yeah. Maybe for next year.
3K in a day.
You need to call it the Panette Day.
Yeah.
John Panette Day. That's what you need to call it. Yeah.
No, but here's the thing. It's a tradition, and I don't mind it because they earn that. When they get to that, hump at 1,500, they bust their ass to get it to 2K.
Yeah, exactly.
That's when they're trying to get a sale.
In fact,
hey, you should get this with that.
last Saturday, I got a text message. We were killing it at Cosmic Pop in Toledo. And I got a text about 6 p.m. Is there such a thing as double rib day? And I was like, I pulled up the sales and I'm like, holy shit, they're almost a double rib day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, well, if you hit that, I'll have to honor double rib day. They came 200 shy of double rib day. So I didn't have to do a double rib day.
Yeah, I always tell this, in Nordstrom, it's called flash. You have to do a flash every hour to see where you are next year.
Yeah.
And so when I went to the home office in Seattle, the owner was 3 stories above me, the Blake Nordstrom, 3rd generation. So he comes down and he goes, hey, I'm looking at your flash and you're like $10 behind last year. Now we're talking about, 70,000 versus 69,990, right? And I go, so I look at my clock. I'm like, Blake, we've only been open like 10 minutes and you're doing a 10-minute flash on me. But the notion is you got to have fun with it. And if you have fun with it and you involve people, that's what people get excited about. And they, like I said, they'll stack BBs for you. They'll sell one more item. Everybody has to sell one more item, right? If a guy has guy or gal has 5 items in their hand, how do you sell them that one extra item? So solve everything, add that extra, but that starts with team spirit and bringing everybody together. We know everybody in chat is not going to agree with us. That's fine, but we're bringing you together to a community so you can get your opinion out. Maybe I'm wrong about the eBay stuff. Maybe I'm just in a different world, and maybe it is about selling only keys. But I can only tell you my opinion and what I actually do.
Yeah. Well,
I just think here's the thing. 8 years ago, I had a massive heart attack and a double bypass surgery. Every day of the last 8 years has been part of my rebirth day. I absolutely cherish every day I get from this point forward. I am not going to be able to take all this with me. I will not have enough time
Send
in
it
the
to me.
rest of what I have. You could go to the auction after it's done. You know what? Enjoy it while you have it. Spend it. Give it to the people who are there for you. You're not going to be able to take it with you. I've got enough things planned for my kids. They have plenty of stuff to sell for the rest of their lives if they want to. I'm going to, treat these kids that are working for me right now. I mean, literally 9 to 9 in the mall right now. Yeah, put that away. God, even then. By the way, I'll mention, let me say this. No one in the chat, no one on this show, and every one of my employees, nobody noticed I cut the beard.
Oh,
Yeah. You cut your beard
Yes.
with
no
scissors?
shave November.
Well, no, my daughter braided it and cut it so that I had like a little
Yeah,
thing.
I was gonna say there had to be. It's not one of those. You're in the shower and
Now
you're
I've got
you're
now I'm the
guesstimating,
longest
right?
beard.
You are the ZZ Top officially.
So
Yeah.
did you guys heard that there's going to be more than comics on Free Comic Book Day next year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wizards of the Coast is coming on board and somebody else.
We're
And we
hoping.
talked about that last week.
Yeah. It's a matter of, at this point, I think that we have 4 months. We literally are a week away from 4 months to Free Comic Book Day.
That's crazy.
A year ago, right now, Brian, do you remember what was going on a year ago right now?
No.
Mark Spears had to work 24/7 to make sure his Free Comic Book Day was ready by January 1st.
I
Just
found
to
an
be able
entire
to,
case of them.
just to be able to promote that he was doing a Free Comic Book Day.
Yeah.
Do we have any idea what the industry has for us 4 months from now, 4 months and a week from now? We have to order it, get it, promote it in 4 months and a week.
Well, I think all of them will be just rehashing something, sadly.
Right. But what I'm saying is,
I don't think anything exciting.
I gotta believe, and I can't remember, Jesse, you might, or actually it'd probably be Emmett. I believe that Free Comic Book Day comics, we would see them in the November previews for the December ordering date.
And we get them in March. Start getting them in March.
Yes. We have zero right now.
Yeah.
I honestly think that whatever Free Comic Book Day we get for 2026, it is not going to be a traditional Free Comic Book Day.
Well, yeah, but
it's
have
good.
boxes. How many cases do you still have?
I got plenty.
Yeah,
I'm
me
not
too.
worried for me.
No, but if you haven't been stockpiling,
Yeah, exactly. And why does it have to say Free Comic Book Day on it?
it doesn't.
I mean,
It doesn't.
Yeah.
Um,
I usually do
right now, every customer gets a fear book. Right?
I got a stack of those.
Yeah, they should get a fear book. I do Free Comic Book Day for every customer, right? Or not Free Comic Book Day, but they get a Trotsky with all their purchases.
Yeah.
So I think at the end of the day, it's what you make of it, right? And I think that's very, very important that you understand it's your consumer's day. So listen to what your consumer is asking for. Some people just want to come in and get one comic. They just want to be part of it. And I think that's very important. Some people, I will tell you, throughout the years, some people I've handed them their bag and they're like, no, I'm just here for the sales. I don't need any of the Free Comic Book Day stuff. Right? And then you have that, everybody has that one customer that's you only see them one day a year. And the first thing they say to you is, this is my favorite store.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, my favorite, hold on. My favorite is when you get somebody randomly bringing you in a comic collection and 90% of the collection
It's free
are
comics.
free comic book day comics
Yeah.
with every store stickers from your
Except
area,
for yours.
Yeah.
except for yours.
Yeah. Well, I told you this. I give this guy some free comics, right? He comes in next morning. He's like, "Yeah, I got some comics to sell." I'm like, "Okay," and it's the free comic book day stuff I gave him the day before. It's like he didn't even wait 6 months. It was like the next day. Yeah, I want to sell these books. You
Yeah.
know. So I think what we want to make sure is we should never say, "Oh my gosh, I'm going to do my free comic book day exactly like Dennis. I'm going to do it exactly like Emmett." You should have your event, and it just happens to have free comic book day part of it. And you should know your customers and what they want and what makes them click to come in.
My favorite one of those though, I got somebody who went to another store that was a friend of mine, and their comic collection, I bought the collection because that actual store didn't buy collections. So I bought this entire collection, and in it was at least 100 free comic book day comics with my competitors, friends, stores, stickers, and stamps on it. So I put it all in a box and I took it over to them and I said, "Hey, how you doing?" And they're like, "Oh, hey, what's up?" We bullshit. And I go, "What's in the box?" And I'm like, "I got a gift for you." And it was 100 books with their logo on it. I go, "Give these out to your customers because I can't do anything with these. I'm not promoting your store."
Exactly. All right, I gotta ask you guys. I'm not a movie guy, right? But I did see the trailer today. Am I misunderstanding what a trailer should be?
Which one?
Which trailer? The Captain America?
They're teasers.
Yeah.
Those
This
are
is a teaser,
teasers.
not a
Yeah.
trailer.
Okay.
Oh, he has a kid. Oh, he has a kid. We've never seen that before.
Well, so some people are saying that the kid is Tony Stark.
What?
Yeah, that when he goes back, he's adopted by the Starks. And so Tony Stark is adopted. Anno Stark was the first son.
Well, the rumor I heard is that Victor Von Doom was an orphan that the Starks adopted, and that's why Robert Downey Jr., Tony Stark, is the same face as Victor Von Doom, alternate universe. That's what I had heard, which I had never heard that idea before, and that makes a lot of sense to me.
There's a lot of non-comic theories.
Yeah.
So
I'm
not a big Marvel guy, especially back in the era where Captain America would have had a child. I don't ever remember him having a kid.
Two comics.
I personally,
What If
I
number
love
38
this.
and Captain America #1 from 2013.
Did they just blow up?
Yep.
Which books? Hold on. What
What
books?
If number 38 and Captain America #1 from 2013.
Okay, let me add one to this because here's my theory. Right there, Beyonder. I love Secret Wars. I actually was one of the few people who love Secret Wars 2. There's an issue that came out about a year after Secret Wars 2. I believe it's Fantastic Four 286. It's where a woman is like looking shocked and Doom is there in her house. And basically, Doom gets sent away after the Beyonder destroys Battleworld. And this is how you get a dead Doom at the end of Fantastic Four 160 when Sue Storm kills Doom. And then he shows up in Secret Wars. And then he pops into a random issue of Secret Wars. And then Doom's back. He has the big fight with Kristoff, who has assumed the throne, etc. That one is, I think, an underloved Doom just existing comic book. That
287.
It's 287. Okay, I knew I was close. I had a subscription then.
You're right on the money for the cover too.
And it's one of those books that always resonated with me as a collector, as a person who loved the lore, that, I think that one is a slept on book because that one is really close to one of the books that Robert Downey Jr. was also sharing that he was reading. And I can't remember which book that was. Just my thoughts, because I think we're going to get Beyonder as part of this Doomsday and Doom World and, all that stuff.
Yeah,
That's
I think
funny.
it's just researching lore, right? If you're researching lore, there's so many things they can do and
Yep.
so many directions. If they just go back to the beginning and pay some scrub to say, oh my gosh, here's a point. Oh, I mean, go Wikipedia to find bullet points on the best story arcs and happenings in the Marvel universe. So yeah, it's cool. I think it's good stuff that's coming in the future, and I think it will translate into more sales of product. I'm not going to say comic book sales, but look at how many Black Panther action figures are sold versus comics. Pops outsell comics.
Not
just one of the-
anymore. I have mine 3 for 15. And
Oh, do you?
yeah,
3 for 15 on your pops.
yeah.
Are you not selling pops right now?
They had slowed down to a dribble, so I have very little in them. I have about $1 a piece in them, so I am blowing them out at $5 a piece because they take up currently they're taking up too much space.
Right.
And I'd like to trim them down to about 100 or 200, and I have almost 1,000 in the store. So
do you have them on your? Are they themed? Are they genre? How are they on your floor?
no, I have them in the hunt and peck, so people end up buying ones they didn't think they wanted.
Okay.
So they're kind of scattered. They're not kept together. And I don't have them inventoried. So when people say, hey, do you have I'm like, you got to look. And they start at the beginning of the store and they go all the way through the store looking through all the pops. And they usually end up buying a bunch of them. But I just want to move on from them. I think that they're reaching Beanie Baby status, old Beanie Baby status.
Yep.
Yep.
But that's,
agree.
I remember somebody making a
agree.
video about that.
Yes, Dennis.
Yep.
It was you.
The
So-
Pet Rock.
So I just looked at, there was a Sharon Rogers from Future Fight.
Yeah, so
I don't know
Sharon
that.
Rogers
Marvel
is also
Future-
in that What If number 38. Sharon
Oh, okay.
never died, and she had 2 kids. One was a junior, and then there was another one, and then
It's
there
when,
was.
it's when Cap married Peggy after World War II.
Mm,
Like in the timeline where he goes back in time and marries Peggy.
nice.
And it's What If Avengers Disassembled. Steve and Scarlet Witch had unnamed twins. Ellie Rogers, daughter of a Steve and Sharon Carter.
Yeah, that's What If 38.
Yeah, that's the What If Hail Hydra storyline.
Yeah, and so does Red Skull has a son in that too.
Oh wow.
So, yeah.
Yep.
But all right, you guys got any pickups?
Yeah, I sent you some pictures. I didn't take pictures of it, but I'll explain it real quickly. I bought an entire McDonald's collection from a guy, McDonald's Toys.
Where'd you send the
500
pictures, Emmett?
To the channel.
The
To
channel.
the Industry of Comics. I'm pretty sure that's where I sent it. Oh, I don't see it there.
No, I don't see it
Maybe I
either.
sent it to. I'll try to send it now.
Okay. Yeah. So. Any of the other guys got pickups? Dennis, you got
Yes.
pickups?
Can you pull up my picture that I just posted today before the show?
On where?
Facebook or Instagram. I think
Facebook.
it's shared up. Yeah.
Facebook. All right, this one.
Nope,
right here?
not that one. Go down. Nope, go down. Right there. So we got in this huge, huge manga collection. That's Chi-Chi. She's out there sorting them to make sure we don't have. Go back one more. That's our manga wall. That's Jade organizing the manga wall. You can see there's a lot of Funko Pops taking up spaces where manga should be. Keep going. Then I took it over. I took the other half of the collection. That was how packed I was just the second we're trying to do all this. It was nonstop packed. Go on to the next one. That we're like literally they're organizing and processing the manga collection. It was like 1,000 mangas.
Nice.
Next one. So Wendy, I dropped off the other half over at Dystopia today. So Wendy was getting ready to start processing those. And go ahead, next one. But then something for me. So this is one of our viewers, Rob Harris. Shout out to Rob. He was on Facebook Marketplace and he had this for sale. Does everybody know what this is? This is the HasLab Ghost with the 4 vintage figures. I saw this at San Diego 3 years ago or whatever it was. I immediately was like, okay, we're buying 5 of these. I told my partner at the time, order 5 of these. It's going to be gorgeous. It's going to be just, I want these. Something happened with the credit card he used. The credit card expired before the Hasbro collects the money. So when they went to go collect the money, it said card no longer good. They apparently sent an email that got lost in the process, and all 5 of my ghosts were canceled. I messaged them. I'm like, guys, come on. Here's my history of every HasLab I bought, 5 to 10 of everything you've ever sold. And they're like, nope, sorry, nothing we can do. Nope, sorry. Nope. And I'm like, fuck it. You know what? Fuck it. And I skipped on 2 or 3 after that because they couldn't, see the forest through the trees. I know they had to.
Good for you.
Well, I saw this on Facebook Marketplace, and he had it for $430. And you know what? It's not that I was cheap, but I think the original buy price was like $400 or $350 plus shipping. I go, you know what? If he'll take what I wanted to pay 3 years ago, I said, hey, would you do $400? And he goes, oh, well, for the famous Dennis Barger, I will. In fact, would you like me to drive it down to your store in Monroe? And he came down. We shot the shit. We fucking hung out for about a half hour. He follows the show. He's been a customer of mine for like off and on for like over 15 years. It was great. He was like, hey, I am happy. This is going to a good home. My wife said, I can't have these big toys anymore, and you're getting the benefit of it.
That's awesome.
And so that was a pickup for me. This thing is so beautiful, guys. I'm going to open it up probably after Christmas.
So I just sent it to you on Instagram. You should have them now. And then I'll just explain the McDonald's really quick. The guy had 18 complete, the cards that you slide in to show you what toys.
Oh, the backers.
The backer
cards. Yeah, nice.
18 complete. He had 30 altogether, but 12 of them had problems. This was in the sports card collection. I know there's a little shine, but there's about 12 Mickey Mantles there. Nothing farther back than 56. Then there's all the
wasn't that Mickey and Babe?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
And then Tom Brady's. I actually found 3 more of these, but only 4 of them were graded. And then I got some awesome record albums. So this was sealed, Power Slave sealed. Except was in all these were in really nice condition. The albums,
wow.
The covers were, well used,
played.
but yeah. But Iron
you
Maiden
did that
sound,
to rub it in Jesse's face.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, a lot of metalheads up here. So yeah, I did. I bought. I must have spent $3,500 this week.
Oh,
in
yeah.
collections.
I
Easy.
overpaid on everything. It's also what you do at Christmas time. When
Yep.
people come in, just give them money.
Yep.
You know.
Yeah, buying is very simple if you make it simple.
Yes.
Just people out there like to make it tough, right?
Yep.
Yep.
All right. So I got some cool stuff. I wasn't sure what this was. I put it in the chat with you guys. It says Funko on there in the corner. I don't know
Yep.
if you can read that.
So
So it's,
Funko's been around a long time.
oh,
That's
has
their
it?
old. Yeah, that's their old logo
Okay.
with the crown.
I got that, the Kiss Funko. I got like 10 of these. He only had Simmons. So I got those.
Well, if you're going to get one, Simmons is probably the best one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And then I got, I'm going to save this one for last. Then a guy came in actually today, and he sold me Silver Surfer #1.
Nice. That looks better than a 4.5.
Yeah, and #2.
Presents really well.
Oh, is that purple? Is that a purple label? Oh, it is restored.
It's purple. Yeah, there's a touch on it.
Yeah.
#6, #7, #8, #9, #10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17.
Somebody's having a nice Christmas.
Yep, 18.
No number 4.
I don't think you heard
#3.
you. Oh.
He's saving the
and
best for
#4.
last.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
And he said, "That's it. I'm not collecting comic books anymore." And I said, "Okay." I go, "This is all you have?" He goes, "This is all I have left. I've sold everything else over the years." I said, "Well, are you looking to sell these, or are you looking to trade?" "Oh, you do trades?" I go, "Yeah." And I go, so I gave him a trade amount. And guess what he bought?
Comics.
All comics. All comics. I'm like, aren't you the guy that just said you're getting out comics and you traded your last set for comics? And then I got this bad boy in. Not everybody's going to know what this is, and a lot of you aren't going to care what
Everybody
this is,
that's
but
watching
I'm
knows what this
listening.
is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In fact, actually, if you guys know
Everybody cares too.
If you know who Justice Curry is, this was his holy grail item he just bought for himself on Facebook.
That's killer.
These are highly sought after.
Yep.
Yeah.
Tell them where you got it, Jesse, you little shit.
Oh, did you get them at a Goodwill?
I got it at a place that will give good service. Yeah. Yeah, it was at Goodwill. And the lady's like, "I don't know if you collect stuff like this." I'm like, "What is it? Back to the Future?" I go, "Yeah, I collect Back to the Future. I'll take that." And she's like, "Yeah, but I don't think you wear a size 15. And I'm like, "Well, what is it? Is it a shoe?" And she's like, "Yeah." I'm like, "I'll take it." She's like, "Well, that's not your size." I'm like, "You don't worry about what size shoe I wear. I will just take it." So yes, that was a good. This was a Goodwill find that hadn't got to the floor yet, but they were just filling the floor. And so, if you go and you're nice to everybody, they're there to take care of you when you walk in. "Oh, by the way, they got this and they got that." The whole point is you always got to be searching, whether it's in your store, outside your store. And then you got to be talking to people. If someone walks into your store for the very first time, let them know that you're trading. "Oh, say, you got any old stuff that you want to get rid of? We do great trades." "Oh, yeah, definitely." Right? So always looking.
Jesse, talk to me afterwards. I might want to buy those from you.
Okay, sure. No problem.
That's good.
Man, Dennis is in a buying mood. He wants to buy all them Brady's too.
Yeah.
Just the Michigan ones. Just the Michigan
Or just
ones.
the Michigan.
Oh,
ones.
yeah, I saw that. Yeah, I saw that post. Very, very cool. But yeah, so anyways, it's then be Christmas. So I want personally, and I'm sure you guys too, want to wish everybody happy holidays, Merry Christmas.
Yes.
Have some fun. Make sure you eat right. In the morning, I would suggest hash browns for everybody across the board.
I have plans for after Christmas, and somebody was in the chat, and I jokingly said, "Bah humbug! We work too hard for Christmas to enjoy it." I don't know about you guys, but I'm so burned out during Christmas. I want to go do something, but this year my kids and I hit on the thing that we're going to do after Christmas, and so if you've never seen the movie, I highly recommend everyone watch this Christmas movie. It is my family's favorite Christmas movie, Trapped in Paradise. Nicolas Cage, John Lovitz, Dana Carvey. It is a brilliant Christmas movie, and we found out that the filming locations are in Niagara City, which is only about 3 to 4 hours away from us. So we're going across the border on the day after Christmas, and we're going to the filming locations of our favorite Christmas movie to spend time in Canada away from everything.
That's
So
cool.
is that by the falls? Niagara Falls?
Well, it's halfway between Toronto and the Falls. It's
Okay.
kind of the city outside but it's one of those cities that they've never upgraded. It's still a throwback city, and it's gorgeous.
Well, if you like to work a little bit of working vacations, there's a distributor up there called Lion Rampart.
I don't want to work.
They're right in that area,
Okay, I'll
but you pay Canadian prices.
and the dollar is very strong against the Canadian
Yes.
dollar. I know.
Yes,
Damn
sir.
you.
And they
Damn
carry
you.
magic and
Send-
Pokemon.
Send me a link.
I will.
I'll have to set it up.
Well, there
But
you
I'll
go,
be there
you
on
guys.
Saturday and Sunday. They're probably closed.
Oh, they're probably closed on them. Maybe the Saturday.
Don't know if we're gonna have a show tomorrow. If anything, we might just jump on and hang out after everybody's Christmas Eve, thing. And then so, could be a show tomorrow, might not be a show tomorrow. We'll see how it plays out. But
Hold on 1 second. SB4, you can go to the beginning of the show. We did talk about the ultimate bags, just FYI. So
Sobieda.
Sobieta
Sobieda Dominguez.
3 separate orders, and all have the same damage along the spine. I'm telling you, this is a production problem. This is and
I don't think
yes.
so. I think it's the bagging problem, because that was the problem with the Spears bags at first.
That
too,
would be
was
in
how they were
production.
bagging 'em.
that's
Yeah,
in
that would be
production.
production.
But I thought you said
So-
that you said they happened before the bagging process.
I don't
Well,
think it happened in the
wasn't
bagging
his-
process. I
I
think
think it happens in the bagging process.
right, but wasn't his in a box that didn't fit the comics?
Yeah, but
that's what I'm
that
saying. They
also-
crammed those down into
Yeah.
that box.
Yeah, but
That didn't help.
Yeah.
I don't know if all of them got their boxes like that. But we'll see.
It's
Yeah.
not good, Sobi. It's not good.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, Sobi. We appreciate you. Thank you to everybody else that hung out with us tonight. Thank you for supporting Beyond Wednesdays. You guys, we have fun doing this, but you're the reason we do it. Your guys' support, for every one of you guys that hits that like button, hits the subscribe button, that supports us monetarily. Like, you guys that are members, you don't know how much, how important you are to this channel continuing. We do this because we have fun, but it's also done because you guys support us through memberships and pay for our StreamYard and our production value and all that stuff. So thank you so
Brian,
much to
I
all
have
the
2
members.
more pickups before
All right,
you go
let's
by.
hear it. Yep.
Spencer's Mark Spears.
I love the Uncle Sam one.
Right there, baby.
Nice.
And then, where is it?
The
Oh, they folded it
Dracula.
wrong.
Nice. That's
I told
beautiful.
everybody that these are the only things I want for Christmas.
That's cool.
They just got them in last week at the Spencer's next to Cosmic Pop in Toledo.
Right.
So I've got to check tomorrow at the Spencer's across from Wonder World to see if they got them in.
So what was your pitch at the counter when you were buying those? Hey, I know this guy.
Yeah, of course. I name dropped it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Why wouldn't I?
Yep.
They kept asking, "What do you? We have monsters. Here's some." I go, "No, Mark Spears monsters." Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, here it is. They had
That's
no
awesome.
idea.
No, of
Yeah.
course. Yeah, of course not. So, all right. That being said, you guys, much love. Thank you so much for supporting us. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. We'll see you guys later. Adios.